Call Allah Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai Ba'Shem Kodash. This is Malak Maganya from GMS Toronto, GMS Toronto 2, GMS Wisdom, and GMS Maganya, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. I want to say also double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well in spirit and in truth, and to the men and women who are pushing in the time of Bible prophecy. As you can clearly see by the headlines, this came out November 29, 2020, and it says, we won't force vaccine, but you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without it. Okay, so basically, this is really an easy one. It's a really easy video. I'm going to be really quick about it. I've been looking for somebody to come out with this. I'm yet to still verify it in great detail. But it says here, based on the notes that I've looked into, it says from the nation's #1 heart program, okay, the United States. Now, the two-horned beast is the one that's going to be pushing this, okay, the two-horned beast. Now, the two-horned beast, I'm talking about the political structure, the Democrat, Republican, okay, if you can figure that out, right, with the beast system, which is NATO. Anyway, get ready for the internet of things. And I'm just going to read that quote, what it means. The Internet of Things refers to a network comprised of physical objects capable of gathering and sharing electronic information. The Internet of Things includes a widely variety of smart devices, from industrial machines that transmit data about the production process to sensors that track information about the human body. Okay, so this is a vaccine to get you, a maxcine to get you ready. Okay, this is a maxcine to get you ready. Okay, and it's, I mean, if you're not going to be desirable, it's going to kill you, or they'll blame, a plague or a disease or something. But it's not going to be, the vaccine is not going to be something that's going to do any harm to you, the maxcine. Okay, so let's see what this quote here says. I'm going to read this first paragraph, and I'm going to go into some scripture, right? Because you guys got to understand what's going on here. All right. So yes, so it says this: the issue of how to motivate, right, compliance has generated increasing interest, with commentators such as, right, Mike Cervenich writing, government won't force you to take the vaccine. Amazon Airlines will, banks will. You won't be able to buy, sell, or trade without the vaccine. Okay? And so let's blow this one up. Right? So for Israeli citizens to agree, you can't force the population. It won't work. We can talk about it until tomorrow. It won't work. What is possible to create motivation, whoever will automatically receive status, green status. Therefore, you may receive green status to go freely in all the green zones. They'll open, or your cultural events, they'll open to you, the shopping malls, the hotels, restaurants, right? You may decide you're not doing it. And if you do not want to enter these areas, you'll need to submit a PCR test. And therefore, believe people will understand by themselves that the will return them to regular life, and they'll themselves without our obligating them. Okay, so you can read more on that. Okay, all right, so let's go to the scriptures, and you know where I'm going. But before I go there, I'm going to go to First Maccabees 1:9. It says, after his death, this is Antiochus. I think it's Epiphanes, but again, I have to go back to it. But the point is, these are so-called biblical Edomites. When they came on the scene, power, this is what the scripture says. First Maccabees 1:9. It says, after this is death, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth. Right? So is this maxcine something to be feared? Well, it is. It's got to be, because they're going to use the army. They're going to use everybody to get you to take it. This is already said, man. This is played out. Okay, where I live here in Canada, something's going to happen between now and so-called Christmas time. It is November 30th, and they're doing what they have to do. Okay, they're doing what they have to do. They're going to get things ready. Okay, and I'm going to read this scripture, and then I'm going to read the last one, and I'm just going to close this thing off, because I told you about the Internet of Things. That's what you got to get plugged into. You got to get, hooked up. Okay, that's the new going forward. The new going forward, right? So I read that, but I'm going to read this scripture. This is Daniel 8:25, and it says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, all right? And by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. Right? You know, that's very powerful, right? If you read Daniel 7 and verse 11, you'll understand what I'm saying. What's going to happen? He's going to be broken, but without a hand. Find out what he's going to be broken with. Okay. All right. So in closing up this quick little video here, I just wanted to show you where we are in the scheme of things. It's coming out now little by little. All right. And this has already started on levels. They'll get to the poorest class. They'll start from outside in and work their way in. The G20 has a big job to do. They're going to go after the poorer countries. Right. The G20 are the richer countries. You know, and they're going to start in their home base. Okay, the home base is a bit trickier because the people are a little bit more wiser, but that's all because of what the Lord is doing. So this is my final scripture to go with the headline that I have here. All right, see what it says? We don't force maxcine, but you won't be able to buy, sell, or trade. Let's see what the scripture says. So they have to play this out. So Revelation 13:17, and it says that no man might buy or sell save he had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So the mark is the RFIDs. Okay, that's what we understand it to be, right? And prefiguring the mark will be the maxines to get you ready, right? And the name of the beast is NATO, and his number is 666. Okay? And COVID, it spells that number. Okay? You can't trick me with this. So you people are telling us that this is it, and we have to tell it to the people. Right? And I'm talking about the Hebrew Israelites. Right? I don't really care about the other nations because they're going to take this. And rightly so. They deserve it. They should take it. Okay? And there's nothing that I can say or do to help those people. But it says that I have it here. I might as well quote it. Let's see if I have it still. I wrote it down yesterday. It said great insurrection will come against those who fear Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? Great insurrection. So we do not regard the system. So let me get that. Let me get that. Regarded. Yeah, regarded. This is in Daniel. So that Daniel, yeah. Let me say it like the way it's said in the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, my last scripture. It says, there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon. Okay. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, right? That's their Babylonian names. The Hebrew Israelite name is Mishael, Azariah, and Hananiah. These men, O king, have not regarded, right? So I stand with these men, like the rest of the Hebrew Israelites, the hopeful elect, right? We have not regarded thee. We're not going to serve your gods or whatever you do, right? Your injections, right? Because that goes against the scriptures. Leviticus 19:28. Those are the scriptures that talk about drinking blood, okay, and taking blood or taking poison directly, willfully taking it. So it says, O king, have not regarded, these men, O king, have not regarded thee. They have not served thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. The golden image today is those maxines and the RFID chip, right? Because you're gonna force us now to you're gonna force us now to take it. You're gonna use another method, right? There's one more scripture. Might as well bring it out, right? And it's in Daniel. Again, it's Daniel as well. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Neither shall. Yeah, this is one. No, that's not the one I wanted. But no, actually, the one that I just mentioned is the actual one I wanted. This is for another topic. Okay, so that's the point of this, right? I just wanted to bring out where we are, and we're very close, and we're just watching the prophecies fulfill right before our eyes, man. Right? So hold on, stay strong. The furnace is going to get to 10 times hotter. It's almost 7 times now. I believe 7 times is when these things are mandated, when this happens right here. Okay. So with that, I'm going to say shalom. All praises to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders who rule well in spirit and in truth. Stay strong. The reality of the senses of man, when this maxcine and the RFIDs are mandated. Right now, it's easy. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.